to be bringing Kurt Mortensen on with us. He is a good friend of the foundation. He's a best-selling author. His books are all over the world, and he is a friend of the foundation. And he's helped us dramatically with the technology to get all these wonderful courses online. And he's a best-selling author. I'm going to bring Kurt on. Kurt, if you're there, come jump on, and we're going to be talking about maximum influence and the millionaire psychology. And we're going to go from there. All right, Kurt, if you're there, I'm going to let you take over the screen and take it away.
Giddy up. Welcome back. This is Millionaire Psychology number 5 as we continue with that gas to your success, that vehicle of success. Remember, you're driving around that vehicle trying to be wealthy, but you're in first gear with the emergency brake on, putting the wrong type of gas or no gas at all. Last week we talked about the motivation that's part of your gas. Before that we talked about some of the brakes that were holding you back. These are the accelerants. This is what gets you going fast. You wonder what's taking so long? It's the things that we have been talking about. So last time it was the inspiration, desperation, some of the fuel to get you going, to keep you on track. Today we're going to talk about self-discipline and willpower. It is real. Everybody struggles with this. It's not just you. It's every human. It's every millionaire. But they've conquered that laziness. They've conquered the days like, oh, I'll do it later. That procrastination, putting it off. They've tapped into their willpower, to their self-discipline. That is the key. Because in life, think about it. Discipline's a choice. You get to choose here. And everyone's going to have a day they don't feel like doing the things they know they need to do. But you need to focus on the things that really matter. I mean, so we've talked about goals, we've talked about motivation, but why do we fail? When do we fail at our goals? For example, I'll give you this. Let's say you want to eat healthy. Do you think most people fail in the morning or in the evening? The answer is the evening for almost everyone, assuming you've got a good night's sleep, right? So you go throughout the day, and what happens? Here's the key. People don't realize that you have this battery inside you, this willpower, self-discipline battery. And after that good night's sleep, and there's an assumption there. I know you shouldn't do that, but I am. Your willpower battery is fully charged. But throughout the day, it starts to drain. And by the end of the day, it gets completely drained. And you go home and no one's there. You don't care, nobody loves you, and you eat the whole thing of ice cream. Everyone's been there. It's because your battery's drained. And it happens to everyone. And the difference between success and failure is, right? I'm drained. I need to recharge it. Most people get drained and they're out of gas, and that's the end of the day, and doesn't matter. I'm too tired. Who cares? And the too tired could be mentally, could be physically, could be overwhelmed. There's a lot of variety of factors there that can make a difference there. And so we need to talk about this self-discipline, this willpower, what you need to do, your game plan for when you're drained. What is the psychology here? What's happening? So you don't realize that when you wake up fully charged, okay, that's good. But your goal to eat healthy, when you say no to the bagels, no to the donuts, coffee, no, drain, 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 drain. And it gets to the point where you just don't care anymore. You have to understand that. What drains your battery? And we're going to go through that. It can be anything from negative people to rejection to failure to criticism. All those things can drain the battery. Recharging your battery. Everyone's different there. We'll talk about that too. It'll be part of your homework. That's a factor for your success. In fact, an interesting study was done with college students, kind of a mean study. They had them fast for a while. They were hungry. And they came to this study thinking it was like a perception food tasting study. And it was a little bit. So they arrived there registering, and what did they smell? Whoo, freshly baked chocolate chip cookies. And they're like, yeah, right? They're hungry. And so they went in the first batch, they could let them eat whatever they want. And here's what was available. On the table was chocolate chip cookies, hot, warm chocolate chip cookies, surrounded by peanut M&Ms, and a plate of radishes. Now, I don't know about you, but that's an easy choice for me. I don't think I'd ever eat a radish out of my own free will and choice. Maybe you like them. It's not top of my list. So you have these, and that was the first batch. Eat whatever you want. All right. Second batch says they come in and they were enrolling. They smelled these cookies. Said, all right, part of the study is you go in, you can't eat the cookies, but you can eat the other thing, the radishes. You see them walking around the table, looking at the cookies, smelling the cookies, seeing the radishes. They're like, ah. I mean, it's a terrible thing to do. And they did this, and they monitored them. And then they went to the next room, and they were told, we're setting up for the next study. But the next room was the study, all right? So the next room was the unsolvable puzzles. They said, while you're waiting, get a puzzle and please solve it. They were unsolvable. They were just trying to see how fast they would give up. All right. So they went through it, and they just timed everyone, and here's the key. Just listen to this and see if you can grasp this. The radish eaters gave up 2.5 times faster than the chocolate chip cookie eaters. What? Well, they had exercised willpower. Didn't eat the cookies, unsolvable puzzle, frustrated, and they gave up much, much faster. Human nature, it's the science. They've done it with other things besides food. And that's the key. You really have to understand discipline. You have a choice here. You can do this. You can understand your battery. This is the fuel to your success. This is what takes your motivation to the next level. When you're self-disciplined, your motivation, your goals are intact, you're unstoppable. That means your car to success is full of gas, in the good gear, not the first gear, and your emergency brake is not on. So that's the key, discipline and willpower. So let's talk more about this discipline and how it can make a huge difference in your life. Now we know this is a critical life skill. There's no doubt about that. Even this lack of discipline can erode your self-esteem, which can also decrease your motivation. I love what they say. In life, you're either going to have discipline or disappointment. Understand, this discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. It's your inner strength. That's the key. It's all about that delayed gratification. There are two pains in life, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. One weighs an ounce and the other weighs a ton. Hopefully you've heard that before, but that's true. It's how it's set up. It's that, again, critical life skill. You have to have it. It gives you that inner strength, and it's that battery. It drains every day. We have to recharge it every day. It drains every day. We have to recharge it every day, and that's okay. That's human nature. But when you understand human nature in yourself, you can stay on track and stay motivated. Or what John C. Maxwell said, discipline is doing what you really don't want to do so that you can do what you really want to do. So how do we do this? How do you enhance your self-discipline? Well, you can break down your goals into smaller, manageable, bite-sized pieces. Sometimes when we're overwhelmed, there's too much, we shut down. We get overwhelmed, we get too stressed, our brain shuts down, we all do. End up taking a nap instead of doing the things we don't do because there's so much to do. So if you're looking at your goal to become a millionaire, whatever it is, break it down into monthly, weekly, daily, hourly goals. Break it down, smaller pieces. What's the first thing you need to do and break it down? That is the key. That can really enhance your self-discipline. Nothing messes with your brain more than being so overwhelmed, so stressed, so much to do. Not thinking you can do it. That is critical. Next one, visualize what you're going to get. That future, the goal, the victory, the money, whatever it is, taking care of your children, your grandchildren, versus what you're giving up. All right, so you're giving up some time now, a little bit here, a little bit there. All right, that's great, but it's worth it for the future. Visualize it so you can see it, taste it, touch it, feel it. It becomes real. Vision is a big key to your success. Monitor your progress on an hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever it is. Keep the score. You decide the goal. You decide, again, if that's hourly, daily, weekly, sometimes monthly, but at least keep the score, keep track, monitor your progress. Realize, remember the upward trend. Might be some days you're going down a little bit, but as long as Through the week, through the month, you're going up. That's okay. Remember the stock market. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. That's okay as long as the trend is going up. Recruit your friends, not your negative, pessimistic Aunt Edna friends. Remember Aunt Edna? The one that sits next to you at the family gathering and sucks the life out of you? Every family has one. Every family has more than one. Let them support you. They could be your validation. They could be the people that keep you on track. Have them call you. How'd you do? You can send an email. You can send a text every day. You can talk to them every day. Whatever you need to do. But again, recruit the friends that are on the same path. Make new friends that are on the same path, that understand the goals and understand the vision, that what you want to accomplish, that you want to change the world, you want to make the world a better place. Those are the friends you want to talk to and that you want to recruit. They get it. They will help you. Because if you recruit the wrong friends, you're like, oh, watch TV with me. Go out. Oh, you did fine. You're doing fine. You can cheat today. It's no big deal. Let's go do. That's not what you want. So choose wisely here. Mentally prepare yourself that you might have a few setbacks. All right, you're driving this car to success, to wealth. You might hit a tree. You might hit a cone. You might take the wrong road. That's okay. Every millionaire has their stories, their setbacks, things that happened. That's okay. So prepare yourself. You're going to, for the most part, you're going to stay on the right road, but you might get off track a few times. Just prepare yourself. That's not a time to give up. For example, if you're trying to eat healthy, you're trying to diet, you're doing really well, but then, you blew it. You ate that thing you weren't supposed to eat. You ate that whole thing of ice cream. All right, oh, well, I've given up. Why try? And you just go down from here. Nope. I blew it today. Tomorrow's going to be a new day, a better day. I'm going to reset, start over. It's okay to have a few setbacks. And the final one, have a game plan. What are you going to do? Your willpower battery's drained. You're not feeling it. You don't feel like doing it. Part of that is realizing everybody goes through that probably every week, every day. But just be aware, okay, what can I do to recharge it? And it's not something you think about it. You feel it, you do it. You feel drained, you do it. There's no conversation. There's no thinking about it. You know exactly what you need to do to recharge your battery. Make it something you don't mind doing. That's fun for you. There are a lot of different ways to recharge your battery. That's going to be part of your homework. We're going to talk about this. But there are a lot of things you can do to really enhance your self-discipline. These are just a few of them. Take what works for you and understand human nature. We all get tired. We all get fatigued. What did the famous football coach Vince Lombardi say? Fatigue makes cowards of us all. Meaning when you're tired, you're drained, of course you don't feel like doing it, but stay on track. Do the things you know you need to do. So this is the fuel. We've talked about it. We've talked about motivation, your inspiration, your desperation. And again, this is just the next step up to help with your motivation, to help you with that fuel, to make sure you don't put in the wrong fuel to this car of wealth, this car of success that you are driving, that you are doing it. That is the key. This is your fuel. We've talked about the brakes. Now this is the final piece to the fuel that'll make a big difference in what you're doing. So let's get into the homework. And this is not just something to glance at. Again, this is something that you do really think through. Take a couple days if you need to, but do it. Think about this homework. So how are we going to apply this? How are we going to use this? Well, it's all about your homework, the application, to become more disciplined, to increase that willpower, to understand your battery. And this homework is really going to help. So the first question is, how can you identify when your self-discipline or willpower is low? How are you feeling? You feel like giving up? You have to identify to know how to recharge it. And with that too, what's draining it? What's draining your willpower throughout the day? Is it the people? It could be. Now we know that it could be every time you resist. We know that, well, that's a given. Every time you resist, every time you say no, drain, drain, drain. Then the people. Some of these people you can get out of your life, some of them you can't. Maybe you work with them, maybe they're family members. Some will just suck the life out of you. Just like Aunt Edna, we've talked about her. You're in a family gathering, you don't even talk to her, and she sucks the life out of you. So the people in your life, are they sucking the life out of you? Are they draining your battery? Can you resist some or not spend some time with some? Can you use that as a motivation? Like, yeah, watch me, or you spend time with more positive people, get my better friends. That's the key. Now, so when you identify when your willpower self-discipline is low, you go back to what's draining it. What else could it be? Rejection, frustration, failure, stress, lack of sleep, low blood sugar. See where we're going here? Failure can do it. All of these things matter that you really need to take a look at your life. What is it draining your battery? What is it most throughout the day that's draining your battery? Is it all the above? Pick the big ones. Know what's draining it. Sense it. And now the next question for your homework is, how will you charge your battery when it's drained? All right. We know it's draining it. We've identified the battery as low. Too bad we don't have one of those meters, right? You're low, like on your cell phone. So you identify now what's going to charge it up. And we're all different here. What charges your battery? So you have to instinctively, I'm low, do it. Don't have to think about it. Something fun, something interesting, something that works for you. This is not drudgery or hard at all. It could be anywhere from getting something to eat. If it's low blood sugar, you can take a caffeine break. You can take a walk in the sunshine, the fresh air. There's something about that. You can take a nap. You can go to bed early. You can pray. You can meditate. You can listen to music. You can watch something that's funny. Those are all proven to work. You can do something that you're good at. Play with some kids. Look at your vision board. Read your vision statement. Think about your vision, why you're working so hard. Talk to the person that's supporting you. Have them build you up. What else can work? You have a game plan. Not all of them. Just pick a few of those that, can work for you. That's the key. Which ones will work for you? Everyone's different, but you need to feel drained, do it. I'm drained, go for the walk. I'm drained, look at my vision board. I'm drained, talk to somebody. I'm drained, watch something that's funny. Whatever it is, you do it. Because this is the key, that self-discipline, that willpower. It's like that story, you've heard it before, that fable. There was this donkey. Farmer thought the donkey was a little too old, getting to the end of his day. The donkey didn't feel that way. The donkey was exploring on the other side of the farm one day, was looking in a well and fell into a well. It was a deep well, a deep, dry well, and it just sat there neighing and making sounds. The farmer heard it. It's like, oh, geez, it's way down there, all that effort to get it out. It's old anyway. Let's just bury the thing. We got to fill the well anyway. We might as well bury the donkey. It's too old. And fill the well. We've got to do both, right? The donkey didn't feel that way, so they kept taking the scoops of dirt, put it in there, and the donkey's like, hey, what's going on? And more dirt, and finally the donkey's like, no, would shake off the dirt and kind of pound it down, and the next show, shake it off, pound it down, shake it off, pound it down, and eventually the dirt got higher and higher and higher, and the donkey was able to jump out, and its life was saved because it was willing to do that, to dig deep, to charge that willpower battery. So the dirts, the world, the rejection, the failure, the criticism, the frustration, the Aunt Ednas, that is the key. And then pounding it down, that's the self-discipline, that's the willpower. Not on my watch, not my day, not going to happen. That is what we're working on. You got this, you can do this. Everybody goes through this. Every millionaire goes through this, the days of failure, rejection, frustration. No, let's go. To my vision is much stronger than this failure or this rejection, this criticism that is happening today. That's the key. Remember, wealth and success, a notebook test, there are the answers right there. That's what's going to help you out. That's going to make a difference. So do this homework, think it through, take some time if you need to. You don't have to do it in 5 minutes. Maybe take a couple of days, map it out, think it through. All right, what's draining it? How am I going to identify it? How am I going to charge it up? That is the key to your success, anybody's success. You got this. I believe in you. We need you to help the world improve and become better and make the world a better place. That's what this is all about. So do it. Make it happen. Stay focused. This is your fuel to your success, to change the world, become financially independent. We say it again, and let's make the world a better place.
Thanks, Kurt, and thanks for being such a huge part of the foundation. a lot of these classes and the technology wouldn't have happened without Kurt. So I'm so grateful that he's so willing to be part of what we do. So thanks everybody for being with us. Make a difference, make it happen. Remember that every life is precious. We're going to say goodbye to our friends from around the world that are online with us. And then the people that are here live, we are going to start giving away some more money. We're going to give away some all kinds of money with the Share the Wealth and Win program, the Earn What You Learn program, and all these programs that we have, because our real goal is to get money into your vault and to help you get that investment account open. Because when that happens, that's a huge piece. I was a teenager when I had mine open, and changed my world, changed the way I thought about things. You connect the dots going back. So that's what our purpose is. We're going to put a link in the site right now, so that if you're on live, we want to be able to make sure that we send you out some extra money to make a difference out there. This has been Tom Painter on behalf of Johnson and Daryl and Jake and Josh and the whole team, the whole big team. Thank you all for being part of our world. And we're going to say goodbye to our friends from around the world. We'll be right back. Thanks, everybody.